My desire to find balance between work and life makes me want to share these tips with anybody out there that might be going through the same journey as I am. I became a mom of two, and I've been juggling mom life of two kids, if that makes sense, with work. And I want to talk about how I have been coping. Hi guys, how you all doing today? If you're new here, hi, good to have you here. I'm Faith Zuhu, and let's just talk about how I cope with my two kids. Look, I've never been so grateful about day and night in my life. Can you keep quiet? Let me make my video in peace. So we have a guest on the channel. It's just that he's not going to show his face. My baby is around here and he says hi. So I've never been so grateful about day and night. Like when I was growing up, I used to see my mom, work so hard, at becoming enough for us, and I always kind of have this fear that where will I get the energy to do this same kind of thing for my own family. I've always dreamed and wanted my own family at a very young age. I've always wanted to have my own little family and all of that. Those are all fantasies anyways. And when I see my mom do all those things, my mom was not the type to delegate so much to us, that is her children. So but when I see her do all of this, I'm like, if this is what motherhood is all about, how do I get the energy? I remember I used to voice out sometimes. So my mom will be like, when I get to that stage, God will give me the strength or the wisdom to see through or be enough for my family, just the same way she is now. And that is so true today, because I feel like it can only be God, guys. It is not easy. If you want to rely on your own personal strength, it is not easy, and that's why I'm so grateful for day and night. No matter how tired I am, no matter how stressful my day go, by the time I sleep at night, I wake up refilled the following morning and ready to meet the challenge or the task of the next day. And so one thing I would say to anyone out there that is on the same journey, maybe you're just starting or you're about to start, and if you're about to start, well, congratulations in advance. And so you should be able to take each day at a time. I would joke about it with this word. I'll be like, hang in there. That is when, if words come to worse and you don't really have help, because right now I don't have help. It is just me trying to be enough for my two children, for my family. So if at all you don't have help, to take each day at a time, because God made day and night. You're always going to be refilled. God is always going to strengthen you the next day, no matter how tired you feel the previous day. Mindset is very, very important in this stage of your life. You need to be in control of your emotions. You need to be in control of yourself, because it is so easy to lose your mind. It is so easy to get overwhelmed by the demands of motherhood. Being able to remain in a good state of mind always is very, very important. Mind you, your role as a mother is a very crucial one, and it is unreplaceable. Nobody can replace. There are a lot of things that can be replaced in this life, but your role as a mother of your children, it is not replaceable, and that's why you should guide your mental health jealously. So one thing I do is to remind myself over and over again that I am doing well. I am enough. I have been doing well on my own, and I am just doing well. It's so easy to lose it. If it happens that you don't have a support system, it's easy for someone out there, or maybe external factor, both audible and inaudible ones, to make you feel like you're not enough. I'll give you an example. Maybe you go to social media and you see the life of someone else that sort of seem to have it in control. Of course, what you see on social media sometimes it's not like it might not be complete lie, but it's not the whole picture. It's just a fraction of that person's life. Like someone used to say, it's just like a highlight of that person's moment that you see in social media. You did not see the whole picture. Probably if you see the whole picture, you wouldn't feel too bad about your own life. And so always remember to remind yourself that you're doing a noble job, and your job as the mother of your children, it is unreplaceable, and you need to be at a good mental space to carry it out very well. When your laptop stops working or when something hangs, what do you do next? You shut it off. Like, you just shut everything off, let everything go on reset. So sometimes when I feel so tired, overwhelmed, or when I feel like a lot is happening in my head, do you know what I do? I just forget every single thing, whether work, whether request, whether call, whether messages. The only thing I don't forget is my child. But what I do is I just shut off everything and sleep when my child is sleeping. Most times I work when my child is sleeping, and that's why it seems as if I'm always on the clock. But when everything seems like a little too much, I just shut everything off and go to sleep while my child is sleeping too. So yeah, this is like a very, very handy dandy useful tip. If at all everything ever gets too much to handle, you should be able to just quit it all and go to sleep, go to bed. You need a reset. You're a human being too. You're somebody's child. Like I used to tell myself, you're somebody's child too. Do you get? You're somebody's child too, and I'm very sure that your parents or your mom would not want to lose you for something else. Not even for her grandchild. Your mom would not even want to lose you for her own grandchild, and so you need to be able to shut it off and go to sleep if that is what it needs for you to have a reset. So one other thing I want to mention is that you need to pause something and kind of have like a declutter or rearrange kind of moment. Let me give an example of what I'm talking about. Let's say you need to clean, you need to meet a work deadline, you need to bathe your children, you too, you feel like you need to wash the filth of all the sweats you're having right now in your body. You need to take your bath, you need to do this, you need to do that. I don't know if you're anything like me. Sometimes I can be in that state of not how do I put it? I can be in that state of busy but not achieving anything. Do you understand? Sometimes it rarely happens because I already have a system in place to take care of it, and that's why it doesn't really happen anymore. But at initial stage, it all just feels so much in my head, and I'm just looking. Do you understand? So one thing you're going to do to help yourself is to be able to take a pause and say, okay, I know I need to clean, I need to wash the plate, I need to wash the dishes, I need to take care of my children, I need to take my bath, I have a deadline, I need to submit something, I need to make a call, I need to reply a message. Okay, which is most important? Which can I do later? Which can I put off? Which can I ask for help on? That will bring me to another point, but later. Which of these can I tell someone else to help me do? And which of these can I just forget not doing? Like, just choose not to do. Do you understand? So if submitting that deadline is the most important thing in that moment, you do it. You put aside washing of plates, you put aside beating your child, you put aside beating your own self, submit that deadline, and then come back to do the next most important thing. So being able to take a pause, declutter and rearrange things is so helpful. It's something I practice a lot, just to help me juggle this whole mom life work thing together. So another thing that I made a hint about earlier is being able to ask for help. Look, as much as you're supposed to be doing this thing, as much as you love to do these things, you need to be able to ask for help. personally, I am somebody that I don't really know how to ask for help. I'm only just learning how to ask for help now. Like, I'm someone that I feel like you are here seeing, everything, especially if it is like something physical that needs to be taken care of. I don't like calling somebody to say you do this. No, I'm like, you all are here seeing all of this undone, but you choose not to do it. So why should I call you to do it? That used to be my mindset, but I'm learning how to delegate, how to actually call you and say, oh, you, can you do this? Thank you. You, please do this. You, try to do this. You get that kind of thing. Because as much, I know that sometimes it comes, maybe it's probably because of how I grew up. Like I said, my mom was just a lot of things for us, and she was like just too good at what she did. Do you understand? She was earning, she was working, she was taking care of us. And the funny thing is, she was not delegating so much to us as children. Even when we grew up, we didn't grow up as spoiled kids. That's by the way, we didn't grow up, we knew how to do a lot of things, just that, my mommy just, maybe it's because of, it's from her love, like a place of love to us. Do you understand? But we didn't, none of us grew up as spoiled kids. Well, that's just like a by the way thing. But what I'm trying to say is, if you don't know how to ask for help, please ask for help, whatever that is, whether it is physical work at home, or money, or just anything to make things easier for you as a mom trying to juggle work together. Don't ever forget, ask for help. So this next one is a very, I cannot overemphasize it. Sometimes everything can just all be in your head. You can get so overwhelmed, and how do I put it? You can be boxed up sometimes. But if you talk about it, if you watch videos about it, you find out that the things you're making up in your head is not exactly so. Or you find out that what you're going through is nothing unusual. It is what most people go through, and they're able to gracefully, navigate it. So an important tip here is for you to be able to talk about it. Talk about it with your support system, your partner, your best friend, your journal, in prayer. Just basically talk about it. Or another alternative to it is Google search it, or search about it on YouTube. There's hardly anything you want to learn now that is not on YouTube. Credit to content creators. So just search about it. Maybe like the other day I was like, why does it feel so intense? Like, why does this whole mom of two things feel like a lot? So you know what? And I went on Google, on YouTube, and I searched the day in the life of a mom of two without car that lives in Nigeria. I was so specific because I wanted to watch how other people are doing it. I just basically wanted a new kind of fresh insight. I just wanted to basically just see myself in someone else. Let's put it that way. I just want to see myself in someone else for once. And after watching a few videos, I just kind of bounced back to I bounced back to vitality, and I was very happy and relieved. Do you understand? So never fail to talk about it or watch videos about it. I cannot, this video would not be complete if I don't mention this. If you're looking for how to juggle between work and mom life, and you're not praying to God to give you the strength to meet each day, you're missing it. It is only God that can run it for you. In fact, I think this should have been the first point, and it's going to be the summary of it. It is only God that can run it for you. So never fail to ask God to give you the strength to meet each day. And it kind of has something to do with the first point I mentioned, the point about day and night. I feel like God, this whole day and night system, God is the master plan. Like this whole day and night thing has a way of regulating, renewing. Basically, God is good. So you need to be able to ask God for the strength to meet each day, because it is not, you alone cannot do it. You need the strength, you need the wisdom, you need the patience of God, you need the grace of God, you need the mercy of God to be enough as a mother, and of course to be successful in your hustles, side hustles or main hustles. The one last thing I want to talk about is counting your blessings. Guys, earlier, in my, like, in my, should I say, marriage life, oh no, earlier in my motherhood, like when I had my first daughter, I'd just be feeling bad about, because okay, like, probably, I just kind of freshly left the corporate world. Then at motherhood was not something, or something I was kind of just getting used to, but I would feel so bad about wasting my career, my talent, my stuff, my everything. I'm like, look at my friends, like my friends will call me, how are you doing? They will be telling me about their salary raise at 2-3 years back. So one was telling me that we were both receiving 70k where we were working, and then she was now gisting me how she started receiving over 300k at a new job. They will post videos at their workplace, their hair looking fine, their clothes looking fly, their makeup looking pink. Guys, you need to be able to count your blessing. This is the life you chose. That's what I used to remind myself. This is the life you choose, and you're doing well. It's actually a good life, because you're having your babies. When you're done with having your babies, now you can now focus on your career. You can now focus on your career. So sometimes you might not be able to juggle some things. My mom will say, there are some things that God does not combine. There are some blessings that God will not combine to give you. Yeah, that's because she said it in my dialect. So, but it kind of plainly translates to, there are some blessings that God will not kind of just combine and give you like that. God will sometimes give you some blessings one after another, of course based on your capacity. Just of God will never give you something more than you can handle. There's one other thing I wanted to say when I was talking, but I feel like this video is getting too long. And if you relate to any point I have mentioned so far, or you simply just want to motivate somebody in the comments, alright, just leave your thought, and don't ever forget to leave a thumbs up in any of my video. Alright, and if you have not subscribed yet and you're a new viewer, please consider subscribing. Here we talk about passive income, real estate, life generally, and I'll see you in my next one.